What's good? It's your boy Matt. It's not even to come Miami. I don't know. I don't know what we call it. It's a lot of names I was running through my mind. I was like, do we call it? I was like, do we call it therapy sessions? Do we call it rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Do we call it backyard talk? Impromptu talk?
It's whatever,
man.
Man.
Lost files. Man, it's whatever, honestly, at this point. Yeah. But we got none other than the multifaceted, a lot of people know him as Phil. A lot of people know him as 28. A lot of people know him as Zonyo. Let the people know who you are.
Man, it's your boy 28. 28 put me on TV. You know I'm shining. What's going on?
Man, listen. The first thing I want to get into, before we even get any deeper with this book, I'm going to go to my one of my favorite pages. I want you to explain this to me. You said, don't fold means taking charge of your life and not giving up no matter what the circumstance. Don't fold is staying positive at all times.
Yeah.
When you hear don't fold, prison may come to mind in sense of where you get locked up. It means don't snitch. Well, don't fold can be interpreted like this. Say, for instance, I'm a convicted felon who has 5 years to do in prison. I may see the time as a waste of my life. Meanwhile, a person who don't fold mentality will say, I was given 5 years to work on myself and become a better person. Instead of being sad about incarceration, you make the most of it. You can't change the 5 years in prison, but you can dictate what you spend your time on in prison.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Facts. And like, you see the thing about, this book, 21-year-old wisdom, things you should know by 21. That's what it's about. It's about not folding. You get what I'm saying? Because when I say don't fold, it's just a mentality. Like, it's a lot of cliches that may come along, but it's more so like making the best out of every situation.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people can benefit from that, but at the same time too, it's like not folding. You gotta fold first
to be able to know that you folded.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you have to mess up one time, then you realize like, damn, I messed up. So now let me keep it going, because can't nobody be perfect. We all learn from experiences, but some people just happen to learn from other people's experiences.
Exactly.
So,
but that's real. And having said that, you know, you've been through that, going through, you know, they call it rehabilitation, but nobody get rehabilitized inside jail. So I guess speak on your experience on going into prison, and you know, some people that come out and they probably, you know, F the system, whatever, but you've taken that lesson that you've learned from the beginning of the genesis of you going in, and you turn it for good. Not too many people do that.
And I think that was always me though. I was always different.
Yeah.
Like that didn't just start like I went to prison, I decided to be different. Like I was always different. I was never average. I was never an average person.
Yeah.
So like with my friends, like the non-average things I would do would probably be like before I went to prison, is like, you know what? All the money I'm gonna make, I'm gonna go expend it on music or studio time or something that could possibly do something. Like when I finally seen that I have a potential to do something, I like that that's what my mind became on. But like it's like when you go to prison and you see the majority, right? The majority of men in there, black males, because that's who you hang out with. As a black male, you gonna hang out with other black people. You know what I'm saying? So, and then for somebody like me, you see that dudes are in there, they plotting on doing crimes, plotting on the dumb shit
when they get out.
To do when they get out, and it's like that don't even make sense. You're in prison, plotting on things that could send you back to prison. So I like, nah, that's not me. You get what I'm saying? I ain't no dummy. Jail not for me.
Yeah.
But I had to go through it to understand. Like, it's life. Like, if you know, life is a game, right? And in this game, the odds are stacked against the black man. But if you know for a fact that if you do something wrong, any little thing, these people will put you in prison, and they trying to put you in prison for the most amount of time possible.
Yeah.
Why is people out here risking their life to do shit that's gonna land them in prison?
Yeah.
And then like I start thinking about it like it's kind of foolish when you think about it, the mentality of certain people. And it's like when you talk about street shit and shit like that, it really turned me off. Like for me personally, like, I ain't really with that shit. Like that shit lame as fuck to
like
me.
the street talking.
Yeah.
But I think there's another thing too that you speak on too, the illusion of just, you know, I live on this block. I come from this area. My peoples come from this area. This is my hood. I don't see your name on it.
Yeah.
So what does that illusion come from to think that, you know, where I live at? Because there was one point in time where there was people that was living in North Miami. It was a whole east side versus west side. And people are fighting over sides and they don't even own any bit of property in that side. Their parents may own it. Their parents may be renting in it, but the illusion to think that, you know, this is my hood. You cannot come in this area. If you do, I will kill you.
I mean, I would say the messed up part about stuff like that is that it's not necessarily that people are beefing. It's why they're beefing. You get what I'm saying? It's all right. I'm from this end. You're from that end. So the dudes who I knew growing up had beef with dudes on this side, on that side. So we gonna beef. You get what I'm saying?
They inherited beef and they don't even know why they were beefing for.
Exactly. That's the illusion. That's the dumb part. But it's not only that. It's like, it's not just North Miami. It's the whole United States.
Yeah.
This is the mentality that's going on. There's neighborhoods beefing with other neighborhoods for whatever reason. But it's like, the reason why I say that's an illusion, because when you really think about it, none of that stuff really matters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it really do not matter.
It's crazy.
And a lot of people go through a lot of things that don't matter. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or things like, some things may seem important when it's really not important. And like, when it comes to like the illusion, and I wrote a book. I wrote a book recently. And the book is called The Illusion, the way how the system create your reality. And in the book, I talk about how like everything that you may think is real is a lie, because you don't know why that thing or whatever it was crafted to be the way that it is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, you may think that, hey, I live in this neighborhood, I'm poor, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But in reality, it's not because your mom is poor why your neighborhood and what you go through is messed up like that. The whole system was designed for this one specific zip code
to be poor.
That was the design. So the illusion is that these dudes are drug dealers and stuff like that, but in reality, they're made to be that way because of the way how economics is, the way how a lot of things inside the system is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's true though, because I think we was having a conversation. If you think about it, there's no Panera Breads in the hood. There's no Publix in the hood. They got One Dixie's and they got Burger Kings. They got McDonald's. They got fast foods, and all you see is corner stores. You see a corner store, gun store, corner store, gun store.
There is no Pura Vida.
Nah.
There is no Carrot Express. There is no healthy or kind of healthy eating stuff
in those areas.
In these areas. In these high crime areas or the heavy dense black areas. But you know what they got? You're gonna see a Snappers.
Yeah.
There is no Snappers on Northeast Miami-Dade.
No, there's none.
You get what I'm saying? Why? That is by design. Black people like chicken. So we're gonna give them the greasy food and we're gonna put it in the areas. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just showing you like how small stuff, small designs and stuff like that, it's because it's data and information that's back that these people study to know that a healthy restaurant will not work in the hood because people in the hood don't have the education enough to worry about eating healthy. They don't have enough money to be eating healthy.
That's true.
Their mind not worried about that. You get what I'm saying?
They're worried about just eating the next meal. Exactly.
And people that have some type of money, what they do, they work out, they eat good because...
They don't even got gyms in the...
They really don't.
They don't got gyms in it.
And
they don't.
the reason why these people are able to work out, eat healthy is because they have certain disciplines, rules, whatever like that. But also, they don't have to worry about making money because they are relatively good.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Meanwhile, black people, they stressed out on how they gonna make money and do certain things. So it's like, damn, am I gonna go to the gym today? Or you know what? I just came off of work. Let me go get some drive-through food. One, two,
Yeah.
three. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real. Let me ask you this: What's your mindset? What's your mindset on like food stamp?
Food stamp?
Do you think it should be only for? Because this is how I think about it. It should be for people that, let's say, I work a regular 9 to 5. After paying my bills, I have maybe $150 left to myself. That's gonna be able. That's that $150 for me to put gas in my car, for me to buy groceries, and that's just for the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That means every month I have $300 to myself. I can't do nothing with $300 on a $2,500 monthly salary, or $3,000 if I make $3,000 a month. So I feel like those type of people, they should be able to be eligible for food stamps or be able to get government assistance. What do you think about those families that, like, you know, they stay in Section 8 all their lives, they feed off of government, and they're willing, they can get, you know, they can, and I know I'm going to probably just ruffle a lot of feathers, but they're able to work. They're able to go to school. They're able to pick up a trade. What do you think about those people?
It's like people that, all right. So for the people that just like live off of food stamps and stuff like that, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
At the simplicity of life, right? Life is just waking up, living, and surviving.
Yeah.
Achieving goals and chasing dreams and shit like that is superficial. It's fake.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But everybody has a meaning and purpose. But what if this lady meaning and purpose is to raise the next football player?
Yeah.
That's her meaning and purpose. She don't gotta live Section 8 because the kid that she's raising in here is gonna become somebody.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is the system is made by design. Again, for these people, or they have incentives to not get a job because, like you say, they're not gonna be eligible for food stamps.
Yeah.
Stuff gonna get hard, and it's like how they gonna be able to provide. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's also like financial literacy. Like everybody don't know how to move money, or they don't know certain things.
How to
like,
clean their money.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's just the way it is. But what's messed up, like how you said, right? For the people who could have the extra help, who they really don't make enough money
yeah,
to live on their own,
but they're able to pay their bills.
They're able to pay their bills, so they're not like technically they're not qualified for food stamps. But you understand, the government is just trying to do the bare minimum, because in reality, if they could spend all them billions of dollars sent to Israel, Ukraine, and all that, why we can't spend that on the nation's own citizens?
Man,
you get what I'm saying? Like Tupac said it. They got money to feed the they don't have money to feed the poor, but they got money to go to war, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think about when they go to war, you think the war is just a fight? It's a business.
It's a business.
And the business is
it's a loan.
Right? They go to these countries, they help whoever win, and whoever they help win, whatever aid they gave them, that country now has to pay us back. But we also have real estate, land, and we get resources now from that country. Yeah. So now we go over there and basically turn the next country into a business.
Yeah. I mean, I was reading about that, about World War I, about how when we went over to the U.S. went over to, I believe, went over to Europe, and we were the fastest steel company, so they needed steel to be able to make bullets, to be able to make guns. Mm-hmm. So we were sending troops over there. We were just sending troops over there, and it's just after that they just thought, it's just a business. Mm-hmm. What about what made you get into just, I feel like anything that you get into, you're a very passionate person.
Yeah.
Where does that passion come from? Not just I want to say just with, writing a book or being an author or videography, photography, just the passion to just keep going.
I think my passion is from my DNA. I'm Haitian. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we full force in everything we do. So it's like that's something I can't even tell you why
your passion.
I act like that because that's just the way how I am. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm built like that. But the reason why I could say it's like a universal law. It's something I be telling people is like the law of polarity. I read this in a book, but I always thought of seeing things a kind of way. But the book taught me the name to call it. So the law of polarity is basically saying that there's always two extremes. So without good, you can't have bad.
Bad, yeah.
So somebody like me who's just naturally motivated is because I'm the opposite of a lazy ass person.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the law of polarity. Like you may see somebody like me who's ambitious, want to do stuff, and then there's somebody who just chill. Like, yo, I just want to chill.
Chill, yeah,
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
And I can never get that. I was just thinking about, damn, this is a good question I'm about to ask you. Because I was actually reading something. When did you realize? Because we all get to that point where we realize that, and it might fuck you up thinking about this. When did you realize you were smarter than your parents?
When I realized I was smarter than my parents, I don't even think it's like I'm smarter than my parents. My parents have more experience, but they don't have more experience at being an American.
Mm.
They got more experience at being a Haitian.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I have more experience because I'm first generation here. You get what I'm saying? They just came, so I was raised over here. There wasn't, you know, and
Because the reason why I say that is, let's say, the reason why I say that is like this, because I was listening to Steve Stout.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Steve Stout is. He was like, when he got into the music business, his parents was like, go to school to be something else. Go to school to be something else. He's like, no, I want to do this. And he proved them wrong. And he's like, damn, I proved to you that I was able to show you that I was able to make money. I believed in myself and I saw the vision and I know what I was doing. He's like, he believed that he was smarter than his parents.
Mm-hmm.
So do you ever get to that point where they're like, you know, they want you to go one way, but you're going another way?
I mean, in a way, like it always been like that for me. Like I used to get in trouble in school and all type of shit, and my parents always used to want better for me, but I chose this route. And then now it's like I wouldn't even say like I'm smarter than them because I'm a product of them.
Yeah.
Like I'm my mom and my dad mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I have my dad's way of thinking with my mom's temperament, and it's like a mix. So it's like to say you're smarter than your parents, that's not actually smart because you're a product of them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Your DNA is both of their DNA
together.
You get what I'm saying? And you got all the memories and all the stuff from all your ancestors packed into you.
Yeah, exactly.
So really, you may be the smartest one in your family
at that moment.
At that moment, but at another moment, your brother might be the smartest one because it's like everything is about perception and how you view things, and that's the first thing. Like how you know, like his parents told him to just chill and not make a lot of money because they didn't want him suffering because he became rich and nobody really loved him for real. That's right. And he's looking at money as money's everything, but money's not everything. His parents looking at it like, bro,
he's feeling the void.
You're about to get inside of a satanic industry. You about to be around all these homosexual dudes who's gonna try to make you put on a dress.
No Diddy.
Like we don't want you to go through that. No cap. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, gang.
That's real. What's your mindset on? I guess what are your thoughts on that? The whole Diddy thing that's going on.
I mean, how many other dudes that are just like Diddy that haven't been exposed yet?
That's a big question.
And how long have they been doing it? And who knows who they've been doing it? And who are the people that haven't spoken up?
That are around him.
Mm-hmm. And this is where the street thing come in, right? The illusion. The illusion is telling you not to snitch.
Don't fold.
Don't fold, right? Don't snitch. You gotta keep it real. But let's be real. Is it real that a producer can walk around or be inside a studio and the dude walks in naked and act like everything is all normal, or persuading people to try to have sex with them and doing homosexual stuff, acting like he's not homosexual publicly? And you got to understand, whatever's done in the dark must come to light.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if you done something in the dark for 30 years, guess what? It's going to become inside the light for 30 years.
For 30, yeah.
Might be even 60, might be 90. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, that's just my whole thing. Like, my thoughts on the Diddy situation is how many more Diddys are there? and how many people are covering up for him for all of those allegations. You get what I'm saying? Because at this point, it's like every lie has a truth to it, right?
Yeah.
So if everybody's alleging something, or all these lawsuits are coming like allegedly, there has to be some type of truth to it. So what's the truth? And say if all of these things are true, which I believe they are, right? Who are the people who aren't saying nothing? Because
it's a lot of people that was around
are you
them.
not saying nothing because you agree? Or are you
don't
not
wanna
saying
snitch.
nothing because you're scared? Either one is wrong.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's my opinion.